Christmas is the story of how God's love, wrapped up in a baby's birth, came down from heaven into a little town called Bethlehem 2,000 years ago. Year after year, we come back to revisit that little town in our hearts and minds. But why? Why do we celebrate this season with a special gift for those we love? The gifts for our loved ones are tokens of human love. They are also reminders of God's great gift of love to us. For this reason tonight, we share a Christmas story of human love, of token gifts given from one person to another, a candy cane, a second-hand dress, the loan of a car for a day's trip. These may not seem like gifts of great significance, but when given in love, even the simplest gifts reflect God's love. Two kinds of people will hear a humble story like this at Christmas: those who need to love more, and those who need more love. Which are you?
You open? Hey, in there, you open or not?
Just a minute, I'm almost open. I'll be there in a minute.
Listen, either you open or you're not open. Don't give me this almost open now. Miss Sarah and me are going to the Salvation
Now, just
Army.
hold your horses, Willie. You're not going to freeze solid out there in 2 minutes.
Easy for you to say. You ain't out here getting stiff.
I'm coming.
Well, don't bother, because we're leaving.
Now, here I am. Goodwill is officially open.
It's about time. Miss Sarah and me nearly froze into popsicles, just like the ones hanging off the roof.
You mean icicles?
That's what I said, isn't it? Now, don't start on me, son.
I won't. Come on in and get warm. I just plugged the pot in, and as soon as the water's hot, I have Swiss Miss for everybody, so you two help yourselves.
With marshmallows, I hope. Salvation Army gives them itty-bitty marshmallows, you know, to melt and get all lumpy and make it pretty. You got marshmallows, Skylar?
No, Willa, I didn't bring any marshmallows. You'll have to drink it black.
Well, ain't you Mr. High and Mighty today?
Well, it's bad enough having to work on Christmas Eve without getting grief over the fact that even though I went out of my way to bring the hot chocolate, the marshmallows slipped my mind.
Listen to yourself talk, son. It's Christmas Eve, honey. Which side of the bed you come out on this morning?
Didn't come out of bed.
How's that?
Mama had another rough night.
She did?
Yeah, she thinks Daddy's coming home for Christmas, just like he always did, and she wants to stay up and wait for him. He'd always dress like the old shepherd coming back home and surprise her at the window. She really expects to see him.
So you wait too, huh?
Yeah,
How long since he's gone?
4 years. And her mind's going in circles trying to get him back for Christmas.
Poor woman. He won't be coming back.
No. She dozes on the sofa, I doze on the recliner, and whenever the clock chimes the hour, she rouses up and goes to the window, and I have to get her settled down again.
No way to rest, is it?
And she wants the TV on, too. I've seen It's a Wonderful Life at least 10 times this week. I swear she'd watch that movie all day long if she could.
Sure ain't easy taking care of a sick old woman.
I guess you know that.
I guess I do.
So, how are you two making it this Christmas?
Me and Miss Sarah doing all right. Miss Sarah gets a retirement check and I get Social Security. We making it
I'm
fine.
glad to hear it. You're two of the lucky ones.
Sure are.
Does Miss Sarah have any family?
Her baby brother out to the VA hospital. He's only 90. I take her out there once a year.
Does she ever say anything?
Oh, yeah, she can talk fine. She just don't have nothing to say.
Y'all have any big plans for Christmas?
No big plans, but we'll give each other some little something. And then I'm gonna fix a hen and dressing this year.
Well.
We saved up enough so we ain't doomed without.
Is that what brings you two out so bright and early? Christmas shopping?
You got that right. Though we might get in and get out before Big Ben starts chiming.
Now, Willa, he's got just as much right as anybody to come in here.
I know that, and I feel for him. I don't mind him, usually. Now, Sudie, she won't even come in when he's here. Says he makes her so nervous, gives her the indigestion. You know that?
Well, that's Sudie's problem.
And my problem, too. That woman gets mean when she gets the indigestion. Any new arrivals today?
Yeah, those boxes over there. You go ahead and look. I haven't priced them yet.
Where'd you get this stuff?
I don't know. Why?
It looks like some millionaires went broke or something. Drop off all their leftovers. There's some beautiful... My lands! This is the best drop-off I ever did see. And there's all sizes, too. Miss Sarah, come and look in this box. Something bound to fit you in here. I sure wish Sudie could see this stuff. She ain't so easy to fit as I am. You say these aren't priced yet, Skylar? That means they're open to negotiations, right?
Don't worry, Willa. I'll treat you right.
You say you're gonna cheat me, right? Woo-wee!
You find something?
Looky here, a tambourine. I always been fond of music, but ain't never had no tambourine. How much you want for this here old junky tambourine? Ain't hardly worth a cent.
Say $4?
Huh? Say one.
I can't just give it away, Willa.
What are you talking about? Make it two and you got your first sale of the day.
No, I'll go to 3, but I better keep it at 3. I have to draw the line somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Better watch out with that.
With what?
Drawing the line too clear.
How's that?
Good Lord don't never draw the line. He just keeps on giving. And that's why I'm a Christian, 'cause he loved me enough to save me, and he keeps on giving and giving all my life long.
Well, the good Lord may keep on giving, Willa, but I better draw the line at 3.
Now, I ain't gonna say no more, but a man works at the Goodwill got to be mighty careful where he draws the line. You hear what I'm saying?
I hear you, but I have to say I think I do pretty well as most folks go.
How much for this dress? And don't forget, it's Christmas Eve.
Say $2.
Oh, I don't know. I just might go too for this dress. Miss Sarah, why don't you sit down here and drink some hot chocolate while I see if you can buy me this for a present?
Here, let me help you with that.
Merry Christmas, everybody!
Merry Christmas to you, Ben.
Where's the old shepherd costume, Skylar?
Oh, it's just hanging back in the dressing room. But Ben, look here, we've got hot chocolate
I'll
today.
get some in a minute. Anybody in there?
Don't you open that door, you! Can't you see this room's being used? Are you blind or something?
Now, Willa, take it easy. He didn't even open the door. He didn't know you were in there. Now, no harm's done.
Easy for you to say. You didn't have some big, overgrown somebody almost walk in on you.
He wasn't walking in on you. He was just surprised anyone was in there so early in the day.
He was surprised. You say that he was surprised? I'm the one almost got surprised.
Talk about drawing the line. You better draw one with him right quick.
Ben, why don't you just sit down and wait till she's done?
But the old shepherd's robe is in there.
She'll be out in a minute,
But
Ben. Just take
wanna-
it easy.
But I want to get started telling the story. See, I got the scroll right here.
It'll wait, Ben. Just calm down.
She's not trying my shepherd's robe on, is she?
I ain't trying on anything of yours, and you better just take my word for that. Skylar, you out there?
Yes, Willa, it's okay. I'm watching for you.
You just better be. You hear me?
Take your time. Take your time. Just take it easy, everybody.
Sorry, Skylar.
That's all right, Ben. It could have happened to anybody. So, Ben, what do you have going for Christmas tomorrow?
I guess I'll come down here like every day.
Well, Ben, we're closed tomorrow. You know that. Everybody's closed on Christmas.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
So what are you going to do?
I don't know. What are you?
Well, Mama and I usually stay up pretty late, if we ever go to sleep at all. And she'll go to the window, wait for the old shepherd to come back home. You know, that's why we have someone like you act the part of the old shepherd down here at Christmas. It was Daddy's trademark. He started this Goodwill because he felt called to be a shepherd to folk in these parts.
And I'm the old shepherd this year.
That's right. Come Christmas Eve, Daddy would load up a sack full of candy canes, except he called them shepherd's crooks. And he'd go to every house where he knew they had little ones, and he'd tell them he was out looking for the one little lamb that was missing from the fold. Had they seen the missing lamb? The kids would tell him no, they hadn't seen it. And Daddy would tell them that the good shepherd loves the little lambs. And he would hand each one a shepherd's crook and tell them to remember that the good shepherd could never be happy till every little lamb that was lost had found its way home.
Did he have the same story on the candy cane?
The very same story. Jesus said, "What shepherd having 100 sheep, if he loses one, does not leave the 99 in the wilderness and go after that which is lost until he finds it? When he's found it, he lays it on his shoulders, rejoicing. And when he comes home, he calls together his friends and neighbors, and he says, 'Rejoice with me, for I have found my sheep that was lost.' In the same way, joy shall be in heaven over one sinner that repents."
I bet your daddy was nice.
Well, he cared about folk in these parts, that's for sure. We'd all wait up late for him to come home, and then we'd get ready for Christmas morning at our house. The best day of the year. Here, come get some hot chocolate, Ben.
What do you and your mom do on Christmas morning now that your daddy's gone?
Well, I'll probably make Mama a big breakfast. Then we'll open up presents, watch a movie on TV.
I like movies. What movie?
Don't ask. But if everything goes well, it should be a pretty fine day. How about you, Ben? You have family?
Yes, we have a good time at Christmas too. We used to always go out and get a tree on Christmas Eve.
You cut your own?
No, I always go to the tree seller on the last night before Christmas. He'd give his trees to anyone who could stand and have one thrown at him without it knocking him over. I could always stand up to even the biggest tree, so I got the biggest tree every year.
I've heard of that somewhere.
Lots of places do it. We'd drag it back, my brother and me, and we'd be laughing and singing, and then we'd put it up in the corner of the room where our stove is. It's the only room that stays warm, and we would put little things on it. Every year we'd get little things from what other people throw out, and we have lots of little things. What do you call them?
Ornaments.
Yeah, we got lots of ornaments, and we all sing the songs too while the fire keeps us warm, close together, you know, like family. But I don't go home for Christmas no more.
Well, why not?
Well, you know, my car don't run no more.
Oh, that's right.
But if it was running, I'd be home on Christmas for sure. I like it there. They know how to act when I'm there. They like me there. I don't never get embarrassed there.
Well, too bad your car's dead.
Yeah, we have a real nice time together. We all do. Real nice time.
Where do they live anyway?
In Moultrie.
Well, that's not too far. That's what, 50 miles?
Oh, yeah, about that, more or less.
I'm coming out now. Skylar, where you at?
I'm right here. Now come on out.
Well, Skylar, what do you think?
Looks pretty good, Willa.
I like it too.
Well, thank you both. Miss Sarah, what do you think of this? You know, for church and special occasions.
Well, Ben, why don't you get changed and we'll get the show on the road.
Skylar, my bag's in there.
Now, don't worry, he'll be out before you get tired of modeling that little number you have on.
I don't know. It might be a little too much, even for Emmanuel Baptist Church.
Did I say $2 for that dress?
You sure did. Unless you're gonna raise the line now that you see it on me.
Now, Willa, I said 2, and I meant 2.
Sold. You may not know this, but you have one gold mine with these here boxes.
What do you mean?
Looky here. What's that tag say?
Let me see. It says, Feinberg's Cleaners.
Feinberg's? Are you sure?
Right there in black and white.
Feinberg's? It's Christmas Eve and that says Feinberg's?
Yes.
Didn't you never hear of Feinberg's?
I can't say as I have.
As long as you've been here and you never heard of Feinberg's. Let me tell you something, son. If that says Feinberg's, you have the dumps from the biggest, richest, snootiest cleaners in this town.
Really?
Sure do. Once a year, they dump all the stuff that ain't been picked up after 30 days. Why, there's silk in there. I mean, I think it's silk. Feel of this piece. Why, this dress costs more than $50 new, or my name's Elizabeth Taylor. Look at this label. What's that say?
It says, Saks Fifth Avenue. Whoa.
Well, I never heard of that one. Here, what's mine say?
J.C. Penney.
It says Penny?
Sure does.
Well, this is quality. I ain't found a dress from Penny's in years. People keep 'em. They just don't give 'em away like they do your Big Lots or your Walmarts. Skylar, this here is the gold mine for us secondhand children. You got to get the word out. Why, if Sudie knew that you got the dumps from Feinberg's, she'd have this place swarming like a beehive.
You think so?
I know so. You got to get moving now, son.
Well, you can tell whoever you want, and I'll be glad to see him, but I'm not going out of my way to break any records today.
That be stepping over the line?
Now ease up on me, Willa.
Sorry, you really never heard of Feinberg's?
Nope, I guess I must have missed out every other year.
If you don't mind my saying so, and even if you do, you miss a lot, son. I'll tell you something else you missed. You don't know your friend in there as well as you think you do. That story he told you about getting a tree by having him flung at him, you believe that?
Why shouldn't I?
That's straight out of an old movie. Was on TV last week. Tree grows in Brooklyn. Miss Sarah and me watched the whole thing.
Now, Willa...
I heard y'all's little talk. And yes, I feel sorry for him too. But if you really want to do him a favor, you'll find him a way to get him home. Poor boy like that needs to be with the people what loves him on Christmas. You yourself just might get him there, listen, that's crossing over the line.
Now whose business are you trying to mind?
Skylar, if I'm stepping on your toes, you best move your feet, son.
Look, it's the old shepherd with his bag of shepherd's crooks for all the boys and girls. It's time for the singing to start.
How about it, Will? It's time for our carol sing.
Say, that's a surefire way to bring the folks in.
Miss Sarah can sing along too if she wants.
She won't sing, but you can tell by that smile she likes to listen.
Okay, well, here goes.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing.
Wait, hold on a minute. Skylar, just hold it right there. I'm sorry, but that ain't music. That's caterwauling. I'd rather not hear that song at all than to hear it sung so bad.
Ben, why don't you just be the old shepherd waving in the window?
What? You don't like my singing?
It's not that, Ben. It's just that we need to see the old shepherd in the window, so everybody sees you.
Well, I like to sing too. Back home we sing all the time. Back home everybody's allowed to sing. Back home they let me sing.
Say, that gives me an idea, Ben.
What?
I've been thinking about what you said before, about not getting to go home this year for Christmas.
But
now I know you're resigned to staying here because your car's dead. But a little bird put a thought in my head, and I haven't been able to get it to go away. Ben, I want you to take my car and drive home to Moultrie today.
No, I mean, I don't
now,
want...
I'm not going to take no for an answer. Nothing would make my Christmas better than to know that you were with family. Now, I won't hear another word about it. You're taking my car, and if you leave soon enough, you can be there in plenty of time to go with them and get that tree. Now, how about that,
But
Ben?
Skylar, I need to stay here till the day's over. The old shepherd
Don't worry about the
and-
old shepherd. Well, why don't you just wear it up there and take a bag of the shepherd's crooks and surprise your folks? They won't be expecting you, so when you show up with that on, you'll be able to tell them the old shepherd story. Now, how about it? It's the season to give. Now, you're not going to be bashful about receiving a gift, are you?
Nah, I guess not.
Well, good. Now we're getting into the Christmas spirit. And Ben, before you go, I want you to have this cassette of some Christmas singing from the choir at church last year. I have a copy for you and Miss Sarah, too, Willa. It's my little Christmas gift to y'all. How about that? You can play that in the car all the way to Moultrie. Here, let me play y'all the first song.
Well, thanks.
You'll like this one. This is the theme song, How Love Came Down Wrapped Up in a Baby's Birth.
Well, thank you kindly, Skylar.
That is a pretty song.
Well, let's get you going. Here, I'll make sure you know how to run everything on the Chevy.
But Skylar, I don't want to...
Now, I won't hear another word. It's my Christmas gift to you. The gas tank is full, so you won't have to worry about that. There's plenty to get you up to Moultrie and back. You just drop it by the store here the day after Christmas sometime. You just enjoy it.
You really want me to take it?
I do.
It's a present?
From me to you.
Well, thanks, Skylar.
Ben, you take care of yourself and drive safe now.
You have a nice Christmas, you and her too.
Thank you. Same to you. Wave, Miss Sarah. Say, Skylar, I'm going to call up Sudie. Tell her about what's here. Miss Sarah, that's a nice boy. I give him a hard time, but his heart's in the right place. Know what I mean? I don't know about that big one. What do you think, Miss Sarah? I guess Skylar knows he can drive okay. Hello, Sudie? Who do you think it is? And why do you reckon the Queen Sheba be calling you? You got that right. What if I was to tell you that Feinberg's has opened an outlet down here? That's right. Now calm down, Sudie. Yeah, boxes and boxes. Now, I wouldn't tell too many folks, Sudie. If that don't fill up this store wall to wall, won't nothing do it. How's that? Yeah, I saw some things might fit you. But you better get down here and look for yourself. What? Bye. Sudie! She's moving now, sure enough. Where's your jacket, Skylar? You'll turn into a popsicle out there like that.
There goes the old shepherd in a Chevrolet. I hope the police don't pull him over. They'd never believe his story.
You got that right.
I think he's really happy.
It sure does feel good to help somebody out, don't it, son?
You're right about that.
And who knows? You may be helping lots of folks today.
I hope so.
You do?
Like I said, I'm really getting into the spirit now. So let's have another song.
Thank the Lord. I ain't never seen Christmas shopping like that.
Neither have I. I wonder how all those folks heard about it.
Some little bird must have told them. I don't know. Sudie sure got the word out. And talk about shopping, I never saw a woman move through merchandise that fast in my life.
She sure looked happy.
You made lots of folks happy today, Skylar.
Yes, and Ben should be safe at home by now.
Sure is nice that he could get home for Christmas.
Well, ladies, I thank you for your help. Now, what do you say we sing one more carol and call it a day?
Before we do that, son, there's a little matter of settling up.
Now, Willa, don't worry about...
I intend to pay for my Christmas presents fair and square. Like I told you, we doing all right this year.
Oh, whatever you say.
Now, Miss Sarah got that nice house coat. It ain't from Penny's, but she likes it. That's $2. I got this dress. That's $2 more. And you said $1 for the hat. So $5 makes us even for the clothes. Now, Miss Sarah has taken a liking to those Christmassy tumblers. I got to get them for her. That's 8 at 50 cents a piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That comes to $9 even. Now, let's see. What could we get with that one leftover dollar?
Willa, you are a wonder. You can have your tambourine for $1.
Now, I don't want you crossing the line on my account.
Never mind that. Now, come on, let's sing our last carol and go home.
That's mighty nice of you, Skylar. Thank you very kindly. Why, Miss Sarah, where are you going?
Thank you, son. Merry Christmas.
Now, ain't that something?
Are you having a nice Christmas, Miss Sarah?
Well, Miss Sarah, how about playing your intro one more time? I heard the bells on Christmas Day, their old familiar carols play, and wild and sweet the words repeat of peace on earth, goodwill to men. Then in despair I bowed.
What can I do for you, officer?
Somebody named Skylar work here?
That's me. Is there something the matter?
Got a nutcase in a shepherd's costume out in the car. Says somebody named Skylar gave him a '74 Chevy. I know it sounds crazy, but I thought I'd better check it out.
No, that's right, officer. I did loan my car. Did something happen? Was there an accident?
No, I think it was anything but accidental. Suspect claims to have been given the car to do with as he wished. When we picked him up, he was spinning donuts in the parking lot of Jackson High School.
What'd he do that for? I don't understand.
There was a bottle of scotch in the brown bag on the seat beside him. Lucky for all of us, we got here before he broke the seal.
That's impossible. He doesn't even drink.
Maybe he decided to start. I assume you'll want to press charges?
Well, do I have to?
No, if you back his story of having given him the car as a gift, he's guilty of no crime.
Well, I did give him my car. Will you release him?
He's all yours. I'll bring him in. Oh, just for future reference, I'd be a little more careful about how you loan your car out. A motor vehicle can be like a loaded gun. If he'd gotten the drink before he dropped off the car, this could have been a DUI. And who knows who might have gotten hurt. You understand that you would have been responsible for any damages done?
But he's never even taken a drink. I just don't get it.
Lots of folks take a turn for the worse over the holidays. I don't know why.
A lot of sorrow in the world, I guess.
I guess there is.
Well, I'll bring him in.
I'm sorry, son. Maybe you should have drawn the line a little stricter. I don't know.
Well, he's going to get a piece of my mind. He could have hurt someone. You heard what the officer said.
Maybe he was trying to hurt himself.
Well, he's all yours. Some Christmas shepherd you are. More of a lost sheep, if you ask me.
Well, Miss Sarah and me better be getting along home now. Ben, it's good to see you safe.
No, don't go yet. I want you to hear what I have to say. Ben, look at me. Ben, I think I deserve an explanation.
I'm sorry, Skylar.
Sorry? Sorry? Ben, you told me you never touched liquor. Was that a lie?
No.
Well, what possessed you to start tonight on Christmas Eve, instead of going home like I thought you were going to?
You mad at me?
Yes. Yes, I am. I think I have a right to be. I trusted you. I thought we were friends. Weren't we?
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you something. A lesson I thought I learned today. Willa made me see that I sometimes draw too hard a line with people. I thought she was right. I thought. But now I can see that she wasn't right. I shouldn't have tried to help you. You let me down, Ben. And when I think that somebody innocent could have gotten hurt, some child in the street, it almost makes me sick. You understand, Ben? Do you? Well, go on and take off that full shepherd robe.
I don't know, Skylar. I still think maybe I'm right.
This isn't funny, Willa. I'm serious.
So am I. About drawing too hard a line, you're doing it again right now. Now, I don't know that man as well as you claim to, but I can sure tell this. There's something more to that story than we just heard. I don't know what happened, and I don't want to neither. But hear me. Don't you go drawing the line so firm that you can't never erase it. Now, Sarah and me going on home now. Take my advice, son. Don't leave here till you know his side of the story.
I think I've listened to you enough for one day.
Fine, it's your life, but it's his life too. Here, you keep the tambourine and the change. Sarah, you got my dress? Good night, Skylar. I sure hope it's a Merry Christmas for you. It sure ain't for him. Only one thing that boy needs, and I think you know what it is, Skylar.
Here's the shepherd's robe. Where should I put it?
Ben, I'm sorry I was angry at you, but I need to know, why didn't you just go on home like we talked about?
It's not your fault. You tried to help me, you did. It's just...
Is there some problem with your family that you just couldn't face? Is that it?
You don't want to... You don't want me to tell you.
Yes, I do. I want to know. What is it?
It's just... See, I don't have a family in Moultrie. Or anywhere else. I made it up.
You made it up?
Everybody else has a family. You have your mother who likes to watch movies on TV. Willa has Miss Sarah, but me... See, I don't have anybody. I made them up. So you wouldn't think I was strange. And then when you offered me to go and visit them, I couldn't tell you, but I didn't have no place to go either. I didn't want to just go back to my room and just wait for Christmas to be over again this year.
But why the liquor?
I thought it might make it go away. It's supposed to make it go away, isn't it?
But your problems are there when you wake up, and sometimes they're worse.
I'm sorry, Skylar.
I'm sorry too, Ben. You know, Ben, there's someone else you could have turned to.
Who's that?
Well, you've been telling the story of the old shepherd for almost a week now. Have you ever thought that the lost lamb the shepherd came to find might be you?
But nobody would want to find someone like me.
Well, that's exactly the kind of person Jesus came to save, Ben. Like the story says, there is joy in the presence of the angels of God over one sinner that repents. Ben, we celebrate Jesus coming as a baby at Christmas. That's not the end of it. When he grew up, he died on the cross to save us from our sin. And he rose up from the grave after 3 days. You know, we celebrate that at Easter, Ben. God sent his only Son, Jesus Christ, the Good Shepherd. And Jesus came to seek and to save all the sheep that were lost. Ben, you need to bow before him if you never have. Repent of your sins and ask him to be your Savior.
I wouldn't be lost anymore.
Be a part of God's family.
I'd like that. I'll go to my room now. And don't worry, I won't ever buy any alcohol again. Thank you for giving me your car. It was a nice present even... where should I put the shepherd's robe?
I have an idea, Ben.
What?
I know a lady who's been waiting to see the old shepherd come home for 4 years. Why don't you put it back on and help me surprise her?
You mean your mother and your...
Yes, Ben. At my home.
Home. I can change quick. And maybe that Christmas movie's on tonight. It's a Wonderful Life. I like that one a lot. How about you, Skylar? Do you like that one?
I don't know, Ben. I guess I'm starting to like it just fine. And I think I'm starting to realize why my daddy opened this Goodwill in the first place. Two kinds of people have heard this story. Those who need to love more, and those who need more love. If you've already accepted God's gift of salvation, has your heart grown cold toward those around you? Maybe your family, maybe your neighbors, maybe the people at work? Why not bow your heart before God right there in your seat and ask Him to forgive you? If you're in the second group, you know you need God's love, you need His forgiveness for the sin in your life, but you've never accepted Jesus Christ as your Savior. Why not ask Him to come into your life and save you right there in your seat? There could be no better time of year to ask God for the greatest gift of His love, new life in Jesus Christ, His Son.